Disappearance of Anthonette Cayedito. Anthonette Christine Cayedito/Anthonette Cayedito/ born December 25, 1976, is a Native American girl who disappeared from her home in Gallup, New Mexico, on April 6, 1986. 1. Although law enforcement officials believe her to be deceased, she is still officially listed as a missing person and her case remains open. Cayedito was born on December 25, 1976, to Penny Cayedito, 1952–1999, of the Navajo Nation, and Anthony Montoya, 1951–2012, a father of Italian and Hispanic descent. 3. After her parents' separation, Anthonette and her younger sisters, Wendy and Sadie, were raised by their mother in Gallup, New Mexico. Anthonette was described as being level-headed, wise beyond her years, scholastically dedicated, friendly, caring, and dependable. 4. By the time she was 6 years old, she was cooking for her sisters, ironed their clothes for the week, and played a vital role in caring for them. 5. She was known by her peers for her displayed concern for the well-being of others, particularly if they were downcast or otherwise in need. Her youngest sister later described Anthonette as having a caregiver's heart. 4. Her favorite color was purple. She enjoyed listening to the music of Michael Jackson and Ronnie Milsap, and she was nicknamed Squirrel. She was a fourth-grade student at Lincoln Elementary School, where she was an attentive, above-average student who displayed a flair for sports and physical activities, winning the Presidential Fitness Award in her fourth year. Outside of school, Cayedito also displayed strong interest in her weekly Bible studies, and was devoted to her religious faith. At the time of her disappearance, she was living with her mom and sisters at 204 Arnold Circle No. 9, Gallup, New Mexico 87301. Cayedito disappeared from her home on U.S. Route 66 in Gallup, New Mexico, in the early morning hours of April 6, 1986. 6. That evening, Cayedito's mother, Penny, had been out with friends at a local bar, and Anthonette, along with her younger sisters Wendy and Sadie, were with a babysitter. 6. Penny arrived home around midnight and sent the babysitter home. 6. The following morning, when Penny awoke to prepare the girls for Bible school, she realized Anthonette was not in her bedroom. After inquiring with neighbors, she phoned police. 3. 5 years after the disappearance, Wendy, now aged 10, gave her account of the events of the night for the first time. 7. According to Wendy, there had been a knock on the door around 3 a.m. Both of the girls were still awake, and Anthonette answered the door. When she asked who was there, the knocker identified himself as Uncle Joe. When she opened the door, she was grabbed by two men. Kicking and screaming, "Let me go! Let me go!" the men forced her into a brown van. Wendy didn't recognize the men, she didn't get a look at their faces. 3. Wendy stated that she had not said anything at the time owing to a fear of upsetting her mother, and of not being believed. 1 year after Cayedito's disappearance, the Gallup Police Department received a frantic phone call in which a young girl claimed to be Anthonette Cayedito. In the call, she said she was in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Before the girl could reveal her whereabouts, an angry adult voice was heard shouting, "Who said you could use the phone?" Followed by the girl screaming and the sounds of a scuffle, and the phone call was then cut off. 6. Cayedito's mother, Penny, believed the voice to be her daughter's, but did not recognize the adult's voice. 3. 4 years later, in 1991, a waitress at a restaurant in Carson City, Nevada, encountered a teenage girl matching Cayedito's description in the company of an unkempt couple. The girl continuously knocked her utensils to the floor, seemingly attempting to get the waitress's attention. According to the waitress, the girl grabbed her hand and squeezed it firmly each time the waitress handed back the utensils. After they left, the waitress cleaned their table and found a napkin under the plate the girl had been eating from. It contained 2 brief messages, "Help me and call the police," written on it. Police interviewed an uncle who was married to Penny's sister, but declined to name him a suspect. 3. Investigators believe Cayedito may be deceased, although her whereabouts remain unknown as of 2022. 1. Theories range from her being either a victim of homicide or possibly human trafficking. Her mother, Penny, died on April 18, 1999, from a combination of liver cirrhosis and cardiac issues. Aged 46, in 2016 police stated they believed Penny may have had more information than she had given police concerning her daughter's disappearance, citing a failed lie detector test. 6. Anthonette's father, Anthony, died on August 17, 2012. Folks, how do you feel about this story? Please comment.